Mm.
Are you worshiping when no one's watching? Are you sitting with the Lord and pouring out your heart in song? I think that the thing I always say that I love is if you'll sow your song, then you'll reap a sound.
And along those lines, especially, the world's going crazy. America's going crazy. There's a lot of crazy stuff. Crazy seems to be the word of the day. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on today. And people need a sense of direction because they're asking for answers on Google. And it's not really working out very well because people are getting the wrong answers from the wrong people. And I think something us worship leaders can do is start writing music that gives those answers. And especially on Bourbon Street, you've been writing like crazy. So what are the songs we need to be writing right now? What are the messages we need to be conveying? And what is this new sound that's coming out that you've seen?
To me, the new sound is authenticity. The new sound is born in the secret place of worship leaders, prayer closets and time with God, and it's birthed in a place of authenticity. It's also, I think, songs that work. The songs that the songs we should be writing should be the songs that are born out of the expression of the communities we're in, the indigenous communities we belong to. I think geography has a big part to play. I really do. I think if you're in the Delta, why does your music sound like it's from California? And that's not always bad. I mean, come on, Creedence Clearwater Revival is from the Bay Area of California. But they sound like they're from the Bayou,
Yeah.
It's not always bad, but that was authentic to them. So there's a tension there. I think we need to be writing the songs of our land. I think we need to be writing the songs of the people and community we're in. I think that there's nothing wrong with, obviously, cover songs or singing another song. I do it all the time. I think that's fine. I just think to have your own sound is deeper than just singing your own songs. I think having your own sound in worship comes from how much time you're sowing in worship in the secret place. Are you worshiping when no one's watching? Are you sitting with the Lord and pouring out your heart in song? I think that the thing I always say that I love is if you'll sow your song, then you'll reap a sound. And sowing your song means sowing it in private to the Lord. Like, I'm going to make a lifestyle choice daily to sing to Jesus, even if it's just one song. I'm going to sing to him so he knows that my worship is not just a show. If we don't have private worship and private devotion, then a lot of times at best we're performers. And I think if we're going to be a priesthood that can actually change things with our songs, change people. And by the way, that's a biblical definition. 1 Samuel 10 and 19, that's a biblical definition. We are to change people with our music, prophetic music. And that doesn't always mean spontaneous. It just means that we're carrying something from heaven that has the ability to change people. That's our birthright as worship leaders. That's our ancestral origin as prophetic musicians found in the Bible. And so if we're not changing people with our songs, then we're living below what I believe we should be doing. And that's just a fact. I used to think that, you couldn't go deep in worship in 20, 30 minutes. But I come to find that depth isn't determined by the amount of time, but by the person leading. And I think if you're deep during the week, you can go deep instantly in worship, whether you have 5 minutes or an hour, 2 hours. So I think that's important.
Yeah, it's that quality over quantity thing. It's better to have the quality worship 5 minutes, 10 minutes, than, to think 45 minutes, 3 hours of worship that's halfway. And I'm sitting here thinking I need to change the way I do personal worship, because I spend time in personal worship probably around 2 hours a week with high school and everything that's going on. So I find the time, though, and I think everyone can find time if they look for it. But I'm sitting here almost repenting to God because I know that I need to start singing my song in my personal worship time, because I would, and there's, like you said, there's nothing wrong with doing cover songs, especially like in church, doing the songs of the day from other people, but there's something different about singing a new song unto the Lord. And I think that's what I personally need to go into. And let me know if you're watching this, if you want to start doing that too. But we're kind of wrapping things up now. What do your personal worship times look like? And kind of how do you get started? How do you manage through it? And then how did you finish it off?
Yeah, great question. I want to say real quick, though, just another encouragement to those who are writers, worship leaders, and what have you. I think that one of the things that I also see that's very interesting is a lot of people will listen to secular music, which I think you can do as dessert. I don't think you should do that as your main course, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I enjoy a lot of music that's not, quote unquote Christian. And I take it with a grain of salt, and I treat it as a special thing. I don't necessarily, as I said, feed on a diet of secular music. I don't think that's necessarily the right thing to do. But at the same time, why do we listen to that music but then think that that's off limits for worship? In other words, if you listen to the Jesus in a Bar record, it's like some of these songs sound like, honky tonk bar songs, but they're from scripturally based in the Song of Solomon, and they're loving on Jesus. I think we need to break down that wall of, oh, this is secular, this is that. No, we need to be able to incorporate the things we love into worshiping Jesus, because it's the highest gift. It's the highest honor to worship. But yeah, my private worship times, a lot of times are very simple. They're very, it's probably not. A lot of times the Lord comes in my private worship times where, it's powerful and it's strong, and I feel his presence and I'm getting revelation from him. But other times it's just a sowing of a song. It's just, Lord, I'm going to sing this song to you because you're worth that. And I want you to know that I'm a priest, and I want you to know I love you, and this is my duty. I'm going to entertain the presence of God in my home. I'm going to entertain the presence of God in my own private life. And this song belongs to you. It doesn't belong to the congregation. It doesn't belong to the world. It's between me and you right now. I've sat in this very room with my guitar and just tenderly worship. I will just play a chord. I just start playing a chord, and it feels right. A lot of times I'll open up the Psalms. You can see my daily prayer list I have here, my daily things I do with the Lord. And I have one day I'll do one psalm worship, and that just means I open a psalm and I sing through the psalm, and when a word or phrase jumps out or sticks out to me, or how I'm feeling or resonates, I begin to just vamp off of that and sing phrases off of that and change the chords accordingly. And I'm just kind of, and that is a great way to songwrite, honestly. I think. Because you're just doing it in the place of worship. And so that's what it looks like for me. And it's not always pretty, and it's not always long. It's just, I'm trying to be consistent so that my life sings to the Lord. And it's one of those things. So anyway, I think you just start simple and just go for it.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times we overthink it, and, we try to figure out some intricate plan, and we overthink it basically. So I think it's good just to hear you say that, just to think, okay, we just go in and play a chord and read through a psalm, sing through a psalm, and like you said, it's a great way to write music. So I think thank you so much for that. That makes it a lot easier for I think a lot of the people that are watching to get into that a little deeper. But now it's time for the lightning round. Do you know what the lightning round is?
I don't. So
the lightning round is just a bunch of quick, awesome questions that might not have anything to do with the video we're talking about, but it's just a fun lightning round. So you ready for the lightning round?
Let's do the lightning round. I'm ready.
The first question is the most important question, and it decides how I really think about you. Elvis or the Beatles?
Okay. Elvis.
Okay, cool. You're my friend.
I can explain too. I can explain, but I gotta go quick. I gotta go quick.
Elvis is anointed, the Beatles are not. All right. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. Dog or cat?
Dog.
One book every worship leader needs to read.
Pioneers of His Presence.
I've heard of that one. I've heard that's a pretty good one. Who's it by again?
I might say as a caveat to that, Facing the Wall by Don Potter.
Oh, I haven't read that one. I'll leave those linked up in the description below for y'all, so you can go and check that out. Long hair or short hair? This is a personalized question. So this is just for you. I haven't asked anyone else this lightning round question. Long hair or short hair for you?
Right now, I gotta say short hair.
Yes.
Semi. I'm loving it. It was
You
time
look
for a
so
change.
cool.
Dude, I'm short hair guy.
You joined the club.
I did.
All right. Kind of for the last question, again, where can people find you? How can they get a hold of you if they're even more excited about doing that now?
burnsministries.com. You can find our podcast, our tour dates, where we'll be. We are traveling more and more as this COVID thing is what it is. I don't know if it's getting better. I don't know what to believe anymore. I just know that the kingdom of God is advancing and we are traveling.
Yes.
You can go to burnsministries.com. Chris Burns Love on Instagram. Of course, you can find me on Facebook, on Twitter, and follow what we're doing with Bourbon Street here in New Orleans, the move of God here, what's happening all over the country and the world. So yeah, that's how you can follow what we're doing. We got new music coming out. We have a brand new book coming out, and merchandise coming out.
Nice. All right, so go check out all the links in the description. Everything's linked up below, along with his kind of bio that I'm gonna put down in there, so you can learn more about him. I'm secretly spying on you on social media. So is every one of my followers. So go and do that. Comment on his latest Facebook post. Say Evan sent me. But thank you so much for coming on the interview today, man. It's been so great to have you.
Absolutely. Love you. So proud of you and who you are and what you're going to be to this generation. Also, I need you to play guitar with me coming up in November.
Yes, I will do it.
You got to come play guitar at the Jeremiah Johnson Conference.
Yes, I will do it. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Electric or acoustic?
I'll let you know. I'm leaning towards electric. I'll let you know, though.
Gotcha. All right, y'all. So I'm going to get to play guitar with Brother Burns at the event with Jeremiah Johnson, November 5th through the 7th. Man, this is going to be such a great event. If you can make it, I don't know how many seats are available left, so you want to visit the description below for more info on how you can make it. It's in North Carolina, November 5th through 7th, of course, of 2020. This is after the election, so this is kind of just a partner meetup then, but I think it's going to be a powerful service that you're not going to want to miss. So be sure you join me then. I think that's it. Man, did you enjoy that video? I know I did. Man, I about how to repent. Now, the whole interview isn't out yet, so we're going to be releasing that over the next few weeks or so, depending on when it comes out. I've got some other videos lined up too that you're not going to want to miss, but the whole interview is coming soon, so make sure you subscribe for all that good stuff there. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments, and do you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to know. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video and in the finished Chris Burns interview. I'll see you then. Peace. Well, we all want to see you dance anyway, so you can do that on Instagram or Facebook.
Man, my wife more than any of you, I promise. But if I'm not giving in to her, I promise.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to cut that out, maybe. I don't know. That's why I do this pre-recorded. Leave that. Leave the Jerry Reed. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Gator, you know Gator, right? Gator McCluskey, out in the swamp, hammer pulled back on a 12-gauge pump.
No, I don't know that. I know Louisiana Saturday Night.
Yeah.
But I don't know that one. I know Gator Hunters, the show.
Look up Gator by Jerry Reed. He made it for a movie series. I think there are 2 Gator movies. So it's about Gator McCluskey making some homemade brew, and the police is out to get him.
Wow.
So it's pretty good.
That sounds like Louisiana for sure.
Oh yeah.